So Spy Family is the new kid on the anime block, and it has quickly taken over the anime community. People everywhere are discussing on social media, posting fan art, or even reacting to it on YouTube. It's safe to say the anime community has fallen in love with this crazy family. I've been a fan of the manga series long before the anime was announced, and I never thought this series would get this much acclaim so quickly. We're 6 episodes into the series, and it's already viewed as the quintessential anime of 2022. But why is that? How did people fall in love with this series so quickly? How did it get this much success this early on? And why do we love Spy Family the way we do? Well, let's discuss it. What's going on, everybody? Striving Emperor here, and Spy Family has quickly captivated the hearts of anime fans everywhere. We're only 6 episodes into the series, yet this is viewed by many to be the best anime of 2022. But why is that? How did this series captivate us so quickly? And why do we love Spy Family the way we do? Well, it has something to do with our core 3 characters. Lloyd, Yor, and Anya are the engine that makes this series go. The interactions between each other, the interactions with the other characters, the interactions to the environment around them, the scenarios they get into, the world around them, all of this comes together to make this series work. You get a lot of different elements in this series that we don't often see in a show. You get the action, you get the comedy, you get the wholesome moments, you have the characters impacting the world impacting the characters. You get a whole bunch of chaotic mess that matches with the chaotic cast that you have. The core 3 characters are so far different from each other, yet they find a way to make it work. Anya, Lloyd, and Yor are completely different from 3 separate backgrounds, 3 different character personalities, yet when they come together, it feels real. The moments between the 3 feels real. There are moments where they feel like a real family. Despite the fact that neither one of these 3 got to really enjoy a family life, when they come together, they feel like a genuine family. And that's what separates this series from other series that try to do this. It has the right mix of comedy. It has the right mix of action. It has the right mix of wholesome moments. And the characters work off each other so well. This series has done a great job. And this is coming straight from the manga. The manga has done a fantastic job in doing it, but the anime has been able to take that and expand on those moments. They've added elements that has really helped bolster these characters and bolster these moments that was displayed in the manga. And that's what makes it so special. That's what captivates you. That's what makes you want to follow them. People that never saw the manga can sit back and watch the anime and fall in love with this series because the core characters make this work, but they're able to play off of their environment. They're able to play off of other characters they interact with. That's what makes it so special. These 3 bring an element that we don't see often, and the fact that they're able to work so well together without it being problematic or without it being annoying to the audience is what makes this series so great. Now, of course, the 3 together is fantastic, but each character has their own specific characteristics and personalities that makes them feel great. When you look at Lloyd, he's the straight man of the 3. He's the most reasonable of the 3. He's the spy. He has the training. He's been set up to complete this mission. He is prepared for almost any situation thrown at him, except how to be a father and husband. How do you work in a family? How do you go in a family? How can you be a father? How can you be a husband? How do you do that right? Lloyd has never been in a situation like this. For as long as he's been a spy, he's never dealt with something like this. So to see him be put in a situation where he really doesn't know what he's doing, and to be put in a situation where he's completely out of his elements, and to see how he responds, it works so well. But you start to understand as the series goes on, you start to understand there's more to Lloyd that meets the eye. Obviously, he's this spy. He's this great guy. Obviously, we know what he brings to the table. But the background, the element that we don't really see of him, that part of him internally, you get moments of those, even in the anime. Now, of course, I don't want to go too far because I don't want to talk about the manga. As the manga goes, you will see more of those elements, but I want to focus on the anime. And we've seen bits and pieces of it so far. You get a little bit into the psyche of Lloyd and kind of see how he specifically looks at certain situations and how he feels about certain situations. To be put in a situation like this, where you gotta be a family man, is very, very interesting for a guy that's really spent most of his life being a spy and going through a lot of other things that I will not talk about because, again, that's going to the manga. But it works so well. He's the straight man of the group, but he's still crazy in his own factor. All three of the characters are crazy, but they're crazy in different levels. Lloyd has his own set of craziness, but his craziness is all due to the laser eye focus he has towards completing his mission. He'll go into these thoughts in his mind of completing the mission and take actions in terms of completing the mission to the point where he will overthink everything and get himself in some of the craziest situations. And we've seen it with some of the episodes. For the sake of the mission, he'll do some of the craziest things you're just not supposed to do. And that's just who Lloyd is. That element he brings is really nice. Next up, you look at Yor. Now, Yor is truly an interesting character. I'm sure she's been put on a waifu list for many people, but Yor brings a erratic and chaotic element to the three. Now, we know there's two sides to Yor. There is the Yor we see on a daily basis with the family, and there's a Thorn Princess that's got to take the job done. That's got to go out there and basically get the job done. I don't want to say what I want to say, but you know what I got to do. She's an assassin for a reason. She's got to get the job done. Now, when she's the Thorn Princess, man, she brings that dark element to the series, bro. She's just got this cold and intimidating aura around her. When she's in that mindset, she's so brutal and she can kill just like that. Damn, I said it. I didn't want to say the word, but you know what I mean. She can just take out a guy just like that. She's that cold. And people like that element. If you're a fan of any dark series, you like seeing that element. But at the same time, while she does do that, and she does have that part of her where she is this cold-blooded assassin that can just take anybody out in any given moment if it's given to her as a job, she also has this element that's more on the lighter side, where she has this level of innocence because she doesn't know a lot of interactions. And you see the interactions between her and Lloyd where you get moments like that where it's like, yo, she should know he's clearly lying. You should know that's not the case. But she's got a sweet innocence to her that makes it special. But what's really great is the motherly energy she has. The motherly energy that she shows towards Anya is something special, man. It's really something special. And it brings out a lot of great and emotional moments between the two. Because you know she was the one that raised her younger brother. She was the one that had to do everything to take care of them. So she has that experience in taking care of kids. And you see the interactions between her and Anya. And there are moments where you don't even notice that that is not mother and daughter. They are that close. And they work off each other so well. I love it. You get the dark, the badass energy, the absolute carnage that is the Thorn Princess. But you can get the lighthearted part. You can get the innocent part. You can get the wholesome part. You can get the motherly part. And I love that about Yor. She's a chaotic mess, but she makes it work. She's the erratic part of the group, but she brings a well balance of chaos and calmness, of brutality and motherly energy. And I love that about Yor. That's what makes her great. And that's why she works so well. You have a spy as the husband. You have the assassin as a wife. And they work well off of each other. And then, of course, we have Anya. Anya is the heartbeat of the show. She is the heartbeat of the trio. She is for the people. I don't know what else to say about Anya. The best way to describe Anya is a cute little bundle of adorableness. She has a chaotic factor to her, but she's really a cute little bundle of adorableness. She represents that child innocence that we all had. But what I love with the series, both with the manga and the anime, is they don't try to make Anya be the whole stereotypical kid. You know, this kid that just knows nothing, he's stupid, he's just there to cry and whine and complain. That's not what Anya is. It shows that, yes, children are smarter than we're willing to give them credit for. And Anya is a perfect representation of that. Obviously, with her having that unique power, her being a psychic, her being an esper, it's great. But the child innocence that she shows, the playfulness that she shows, the bright energy that she brings, it's the heartbeat of the show. Anya is for the people. Anya is what makes this show go alongside Lloyd and Yor. Anya is that bright, innocent value that we all love seeing. And it's done in such a fashion that she's not coming off as an annoying character, or she's not seen like a generic child anime character. She's seen as an innocent character, she's seen as a sweet character, but she's seen as a relatable character. Because we can all relate to that innocence we had when we were younger. Because she's so fascinated, because she can read minds, she's so fascinated by having a father who's a spy and a mother who's an assassin, and getting involved with that to see how the series is gonna go. In fact, you can make an argument, man. Anya pushes this series past its limits because she ends up putting both Lloyd and Yor in certain situations that just makes it go. We saw that in one of the latest episodes. She wanted to reenact a scene from one of her favorite spy shows, so they had this whole island that they would go to and created this whole scenario. Anya is the catalyst that made that happen, and that is great. I just love the balance between these three, and I think that's what many other people love. There's a balance between these three. Each of one of these three characters bring their own specific aspect that makes this series go. When they're together, they are the engine that brings this series to its heights. The interactions between them and the interactions with other characters is what makes this series goes up. But from an individual standpoint, when they're not together, they still have that element because they each bring a different value or different aspect to their core. And it's what makes this series work at its best. I cannot speak any more profoundly of this story. I cannot speak any more profoundly of this anime. 6 episodes. In 6 episodes, people have flocked and captivated this story. It's crazy that an anime with 6 episodes can just, boom, be seen as the best anime of the year. We got so much stuff coming out, bro. Bleach is coming. It's on the horizon. Yet people right now are loving what they're seeing from this series. I love the series. I've loved the manga, but I really love what the anime has done. It has been something beautiful. And I hope they continue to keep the same values and the same cores that they've done with the series so far. Each episode is a gift. Each episode is fantastic. They've done a fantastic job, man. I just can't, man, I'm losing myself just thinking about how great this show is. But I cannot continue to praise this show any more than I've done. It's truly something special, and I can see why people are falling in love with this series, and I can see why people are captivated with this series. Anya, Lloyd, and Yor, they're all different characters from different backgrounds, but when they come together, they truly make this show work, and they truly feel like a family. And I think that's what makes this show special, and that's why people love it. With that being said, that is all I gotta say about this series. The anime continues to go high, continues to reach new heights, continues to captivate more audiences, and continues to be great. I can't wait for the next episode to come out. It should be fun, but I've got nothing else to say. I don't want to ramble on for an hour about what makes the show special. You guys pretty much get the point. But with that being said, that's all I gotta say here. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel so that we can build this empire. And with that being said, that's all I've got, and I'm out of here, man. Peace.